Welcome back to the After High School Podcast. I know we haven't posted in a bit, so I apologize. I take kind of responsibility for that, but we're back. New episode, new week. We're gonna start to do these again weekly. I promise this time. I know I kind of flaked last time. I told you guys the same thing, but my plan is to put these out every Tuesday. So expect new podcasts every Tuesday, around 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what I think about publishing them every Tuesday. But yeah, let's just dive right in. I know there's like a lot that we've missed out on these last couple of months or weeks. I don't know how long it's been, but I'm gonna basically catch you guys up on everything that's been happening. And yeah, because there's a lot to talk about. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. Somebody's not here. You know, my co-host, he's not here. I'll explain that later in the video. But let's get into this. All right, I think the biggest thing that we gotta talk about, which is like literally right behind me, is Angel Club, my brand. I haven't even the last time I did a podcast was before the drop, before the 2 shirts that I dropped. That's the last time I did a podcast. We hadn't even done the photo shoot yet, I think. So basically, the drop went pretty good, you know, the drop in general. But like, I'm gonna show you guys how everything went leading up to it. The drop in general, if you guys don't know, I dropped 2 shirts. One I call the Reaper design, and the other one I call the Gates of Heaven design. Those are the 2 shirts I dropped. This is my first time dropping shirts. Previously, I've only dropped 3 hoodies, so this is my first time doing shirts. You guys seem to really like them. So basically, the lead up into that, it was pretty stressful, but I feel like every drop I've had so far has been that stressful. And it's just a lot of things you have to like kind of like take into like thought, because you have to think about what you're gonna post, the photos you're gonna take. You just gotta think about how you're gonna show people that you're dropping stuff for your brand. So that's probably the hardest part. Like the drop in general, like it's going, like, you know, people are buying. That's the easy part. And then you gotta update the website for everything. That's something I had to do for the shirts, because previously I've only sold hoodies, so I had to change up like a whole bunch of parts of the website to fit the shirts, you know. And it's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. I'm just trying to like wrap it up for you guys. I don't know how much I want to get into that, but yeah. So the last time we did the podcast, we were about to have the photo shoot. It was like a week before the photo shoot, and we're kind of talking about all the things that we wanted to improve, or me, the things I wanted to improve from the last photo shoot to this photo shoot. And there was, of course, problems at the photo shoot. I'm just go off the bat and say that, like, we were supposed to have more models than the ones we had, you know, like thank you to everybody who came and modeled, but like we had like 2 more people that were supposed to be in it, so we had more people like in the photos, you know. But it was fine. We worked with what we had, and it still came out like amazing. The photo shoot in general was fun. I had like a lot of my friends there, and they all helped me out, you know, with all the photos. I gave them the free shirts, you know. They got both the free shirts for free, so hope they're enjoying those. But yeah, the photo shoot in general, I kind of had more ideas. If you look at the photos, I don't know if the editor can pop them up, but for some of the photos, a lot of them were kind of like us looking up. That's kind of what I wanted to take more photos like that. I didn't get a chance to, but we had a couple photos where we're all looking up, and that's because that's kind of like the photos I was aiming to do. I wanted to do more like kind of 0.5 photos, or like fish-eyed lens photos. That's what I was aiming to do. That was kind of like, I wanted like all the photos to be like that for the photo shoot, but our photographer didn't have the fisheye lens, so we couldn't do it. So we just had to take photos of us like kind of looking up, and then we had like a curve on the photo. It's really hard to explain if you don't see the photo, so just go look at them on my IG or in the Angel Club IG. But yeah, so that was kind of like the theme I was kind of going for the shoot. And but still, we took like a variety of different shoot like photos and different styles. Like there's some photos, if you go look, it's like me or somebody else is blurry, and that's like a new thing we're trying out. I like those photos. They were different. That's what I like. I try to take different photos, because if you look at the past photo shoots we've done, they all have like something different, you know, or different colored themes. And I try not to do the same thing over and over. I try to think of like different ways we could take photos and stuff, and just like photos that will catch people's attention, you know, because that's the goal, you know. So yeah, the photo shoot was pretty good. You know, I had fun. The photos came out amazing, and I think I had the shirts before the photo shoot, like maybe a week before the photo shoot. I had all the shirts here, and all the shirts just came on a truck. Like, if you guys don't know how it works, basically, I have a manufacturer. I'll send them the designs. I'll tell them how many of each shirt I want, and they'll start working on them. And they'll like the shirts that I put out, we did screen printing. So they would have like a warehouse, and they would like basically I can't speak right now. Screen print and then kind of dry the shirts, and then they would pile them up and put them in boxes to how many I wanted. So after I put the order in 2 weeks, or in like it was like no, I think in less than 4 weeks I had the shirts back already. Like they were really fast, and I'm gonna definitely work with that the people who I worked with for the shirts again, because it was pretty fast, like the whole process. My manufacturer is not located like out of the country. Like a lot of people have like manufacturers that are located like in different countries, and that's why that process takes longer. But I just chose to get somebody that's kind of in the U.S. So all the shirts were made in Houston, and they got here like as soon as they finished, they shipped them out fast, and then I got them like in the next week, like in the next like maybe 5 days, and basically the truck showed up here, and just like the last time, they'll bring like a dolly, and then they'll just drop them off on my driveway, and then it's on me to bring in all the shirts inside the house. Luckily, my brother helped me, so we were basically like moving them up one by one, like each box. In total, it was like 2 pallets of boxes. I don't know how many boxes. I think it was like around 30 something boxes, and the boxes are pretty big. They're like this height, like maybe this tall. For the audio listeners, I apologize, but it's like a moving box but bigger. And we'd have to do one by one trips because they came in from outside, and we put them all the way up here. So we were basically taking turns, like going, right? And after that, I booked the photo shoot, the appointment, and then I had a plan like with the people I was taking, how to make a group chat, and then have all of them like on schedule, because it's kind of hard to like manage people, because you have to take into like accountability, like you have to take into thought like what days they work, what days they're free, what day works best for everybody. And then after I found out a date that worked for everybody, it was like the week after. So I made the appointment. We want to go take the photos, and then I had space for 2 weeks, like 2 weeks, like exactly 2 weeks of me just posting those photos and making videos for the shirts to promote, and like I could have dropped the shirts, like that next day because everything was here already. But I had to like space it out, because you have to kind of build to the launch of your brand, like the product you're launching. So I took those days to like make videos, post the photos, and in total it was probably like 40 something photos, and I'd space them out. I would make a chart, and I would like look at all the photos, and I'd be like, put this photo on this day, put this photo on this day, and I had a layout, and it showed me all the photos I was posting on each day, so I wouldn't get lost, And it was already like that was like already like scheduled. So all the photos would come out like scheduled at this time. And then it was on me to make videos, like find different ways to be creative to show my product in like TikToks, for example. But the problem with TikTok when you're trying to promote your brand is that they'll kind of like, if they see you're promoting something in a TikTok, if TikTok knows that you're promoting something in your video, they won't push it as much. At least that's what I've seen. Like anytime I try to promote my brand on my TikTok, they'll kind of like not push it out as much. And TikTok already doesn't push out my content, like just because I get paid for videos over a minute long. So it's like double not getting pushed. So you have to kind of make a video in a way that doesn't look like you're promoting, but you are promoting, because like for me, I had to be creative. I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm dropping these shirts, boom, 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 show photos, because that kind of gets like boring and there's no creativity. I was trying to make commercials or like kind of trailers for it. I don't know if you guys saw. You guys should go check it out. It's on the page somewhere. But yeah, I was trying to just find different creative ways to show the shirts, and I was basically doing that for those 2 weeks leading up. Then we got to the day of the drop. I don't remember which day it was, because it was a few weeks ago. But I remember the day of the drop. I was like stressing, making sure the website was all ready. Because for me, I leave like fixing and setting up the website till like the night before. Like, I don't know. That's just like how it always been. I would always just leave like the day of the drop, the night before I finish doing everything. It's kind of like if I don't finish, like this drop is not happening. So I have to like, it like makes me want to work faster and everything. And that's just what works for me. I feel like I work good under pressure. And that's how, like, if you guys remember the Polar videos, that's how it'd be too. Because every video was like, you wake up, think of a Polar idea, and then edit. and you have to post it that day. And that was my schedule for every day. So it was kind of like my mind was like in panic mode for that entire year. And that was probably not the best for me, but like that's just what I had to do for that series. So I think we're good under that pressure. So that's what I do. Like I fix up the website and then add the stuff and everything I need to. Like it's too much to explain because it's just so many things that you kind of have to see to understand. And it's just like I don't have, like, I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to tell you guys, like, there's more that goes on behind the scene of a drop than just, oh, I made this, you can buy it. You have to be like, what is this, the shipping, everything like that. It's like a big thing. So the night before I was doing that, I woke up. I think I was live that day. I went live, and the day of the drop I went live, and I was basically just there, like, telling everybody, like, today's my drop. And then I was live throughout when the drop went live too. So every time I got an order, I would try. I waited like a few minutes till I got like all the orders, and like I could see all the names and stuff. And then on live, I was just shouting out everybody who bought a shirt, because like you bought a shirt, so I'm gonna shout you out, like I don't know if you guys care, but if you got a shout out, but I just want to do it, to like say thank you. So that's what I did. I was on live. I was like shouting out everybody who bought a shirt, or at least trying to, because I feel like my reading abilities aren't the best. So I was kind of like f***ing up some of y'all's names. So my bad if I f***ed up your name. And then I was also going, when you buy something for me, depending on if you choose to put your phone number, you can put your phone number when you're checking out, I think. And it's like, in case of emergency, like you put the shipping address wrong or something like that, I'll be able to call you or contact you in some way. Some people put their email or their phone number. And then what I did with some of the people who put their phone number, I went and I was like calling them to like just like say, oh, thank you for purchasing, And it was just funny. Like, we're on live doing that, and it was like harmless, We're just like calling people to like, be like, oh, did you just buy a shirt? Yeah, thank you, for supporting and everything, So we also did that, and that was the drop. And then obviously after the drop comes the shipping. So I had to as soon as I got off live, I came to this room because this is where I package up all the orders. I make all the orders by hand. I came in here. I have this like little machine that prints out all the shipping labels really fast. Best purchase I've ever made. And then I just basically look at the computer. It shows me what you bought, and then I'll just start, going. Like, I don't have to deal with any of the shipping stuff. You put your shipping information, and then the printer just prints it out, basically. So I'm just like, here. This is Alan, got a size medium in this shirt. Boom. Boom. Next, and then that's the process. And it takes a while, and it's like a lot of standing, and your back gets cramped, but like I don't really care. It's worth it, of course. So we just did that, and I have to do that on the daily. Like, maybe for the next 2 or 3 days, I was doing those orders, because new orders come in every day. So you have to like go back to the website, check, and my phone gives me a notification every time somebody buys a shirt. So I know, like, oh, I remember getting like this notification yesterday night. So let me package it this morning, take it to the post office. So the days afterwards was basically that. Me coming to this room, packaging up, putting them in boxes, taking them down to the post office. And then I try not to bother people, so I just did it all myself. Like, I took them all, and it wasn't really too much of a hassle. Like, it was like, I guess I was like, it was hard getting like back and forth, coming upstairs, getting packages, taking them to the car, but that's like nothing, like that's like, of course it's like, you're like sweating and stuff and working, but it's totally worth it. Like I said. So, I did that, and the post office is like, what, 5 minutes away from my house or less. So I just take them down, and then the USPS people, they're actually really nice. I've gone like multiple times, so they start to recognize me, and they'll always like be like, oh, do you need help with this or this or this? So shout out to everybody at USPS. I'll probably go down there and bless them with some shirts one of these days, just as a thank you. But yeah, so they were very helpful. And when you have like big orders, like let's say you have a car full of packages like I had, they'll just tell you to go around the back, and they'll bring out this huge crate, and you just basically put all your packages back there, and then they'll wheel it in, and then they'll deal with that. And that's basically it. Like, that's how like the whole process goes. I left a lot of stuff out, because like I don't want to bore y'all, and you guys, some of y'all probably like, don't care. So like, I try to go very, very in detail, but that's basically the gist. And that whole process was cool, And the best thing about like when you have a brand and you put out products is when you see people rock your stuff. So my favorite thing to do is go on the Angel Club page, and sometimes Instagram doesn't give me notifications on my page or on the Angel Club page. So I have to like every day remind myself to go, because I have like a request thing and it'll show me everybody who's mentioned me. And I'll try, and literally I think everybody who's mentioned me in a story, I have reposted it on the Angel Club page or my page, because like, you guys are rocking my brand. It's cool to see. Like I've seen people take it to concerts, I got a message the other day basically saying, "Oh, I was at this church thing and I saw two people were rocking your hoodies." And I was like, "Damn!" Like the coincidence of that, and just how crazy that it is. So I just posted that message itself, and like anybody who mentions me in their story post, I would literally repost it and everything, just because like it's cool to see people rock it. Like imagine if I go out one day randomly to like a mall or something and just see somebody rock the shirt. That's just cool. That's a cool feeling. To see like something I created, on somebody wearing it and enjoying it, it's really cool. And then like all the messages, like, and all the love, that's like the best part. And that's why I continue to do the brand, But yeah, I feel like I'm yapping, but it's because I don't have a co-host, so I can't like bounce off somebody, So this is basically just me yapping for, I don't know how long this is going to be, but yeah. This is what you're getting out of this episode. I'll get into the next episode and future episodes in a bit, but I'm trying to cover all the bases of all the stuff we missed these past weeks or months. I don't know how long it's been, but yeah, I'm trying to basically cover everything. Oh, and there's just been a lot that's happened these past like weeks, which is crazy. Like now, like I could have done like the podcast would have been so good leading up, because you would have had an episode for each of these things, like each of the things I've written down or things that's happened, and they could have all had their own episode. But if you watch, I want you guys to go watch last week's episode, because it was a lot of important things we covered. And one of the things we covered was that my brother has a baby, or is having a baby with his wife, right? And I was gonna become an uncle, so we were just waiting for. In the last, I keep tripping on my words, but in last week's episode, my brother's baby wasn't born yet. Damn, that episode was probably like filmed a month ago or something. Yeah, that episode was filmed like over a month ago, so I apologize for the long wait. But basically, when that episode aired, it was like I aired it like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, like somewhere near my birthday. But we filmed last podcast maybe a month or two ago, and maybe a few days after that we recorded that. My brother and his wife had their baby, a baby girl. Her name's Celine, and I remember like that those days leading up to the pregnancy. I mean, to the birth of the baby, the drop was already finished, and then I was like still taking things to the post office. Still taking packages to the post office, and then I remember one day they went to the hospital, and then they were there overnight, and then it was just those like 1 to 2 days we were waiting for Celine to come out. And then I think I had since they were all at the hospital, like my brother, his wife, and my mom, I was in charge of like bringing them supplies, like their food and everything, like fast food, if they wanted food, because like hospital food sucks. And I tried it, and it does suck. I didn't think it. I've always heard people say hospital food sucks, but when I actually tried it, I was like, wow, this literally tastes like clay. Like they made like a clay chicken sandwich that I tried, and it was so bad. But yeah, so I think I was in charge of like taking them stuff, and then the day after, my brother's baby was born, and like everything's good. The baby came out healthy and everything. The baby's already at the house. The baby is like today. She's probably like a month and a week old. That's how old she is right now. She's like a chubby little baby, a chubby little Hispanic baby. She has these big circle eyes. All she does is eat and sleep. I make fun of her for that, because she can't do anything. She's a baby, but it's just funny to see her. Actually, I don't know when this is airing, but you could probably see on my TikTok. I got her do-rags. I bought her 2 do-rags, a black one and a pink one, just cause I don't know. I just wanted to see her in a do-rag. That's basically why I bought it for her. And I also bought her a pizza blanket because my brother's obsessed with pizza. So my idea at first was to get her a tortilla blanket, but I saw a pizza blanket, and I was like, I'm gonna just get him the pizza blanket, because it's not my baby. He likes pizza. I like tortillas. So in the future, I'll get my baby tortilla blanket. But yeah, so I'm an uncle now, and last week we did an uncle update. And by that time, last time we did an uncle update, I wasn't an uncle, but now I'm officially an uncle. You know, so very excited. It's very fun every morning seeing her like downstairs. I would have like a ton of pictures already of her. Like she's so funny. She just be sticking out her tongues, and like I don't know, her face is like it's like slime or jelly. Like her face just like like I don't know. It's just funny, like her facial expressions and everything. And I'll always try to go down and see if she's awake or she's up here with my mom. I always try to go check up and say like good morning to her or stuff like that. But yeah, I'm an uncle now. That's the uncle update. Let's see, anything that happened this week. Oh, yesterday, I was bored, and then so we recorded a video, and my brother's baby is a girl. So in about 15 years, she's gonna have a quince, and a quince is a big party for like your daughter. It's a big party you do for your daughter. It's called a quinceañera. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard of one, and it's a big party. So yesterday we recorded her a video, basically, just us saying messages to Celine. Like I put the camera on my brother. I put the camera on my niece's mom, my niece's grandma, which is my mom, and my sister and me, and we were all basically like giving messages to her so we can play at her quince in 15 years. I just thought it would be a cool idea. So I need to transfer all that footage to a SD card, and I'm gonna have like a SD card just for all my niece's like videos that we took when she was a baby. And I just want to I want to be in charge of making her quinceañera video. Basically like adding all the clips we got, because I have a whole bunch of funny clips of her. And like I feel like that would just be a cool idea. So that's like a long-term like goal. Let's see if it pays off. Let's see if I remember to do this. But yeah, that's what I want to do for my niece Celine. I feel like that'd be pretty cool, and it'd be like oh wow, like look at all these videos I have when I was younger. Yeah, and that's something we just did yesterday just because we're bored. If you ever wonder what I do on my free time, that's literally the best example. And we're eating crepes while doing it. My brother's baby was born in sometime near the end of June, and then we went into July. This is where we are catching up to everything. Like, I'm trying to catch you guys up. So right now, in the past few months, we're in July. On July 23rd, it was my birthday. If you guys know, I've been 18 this entire time. I just turned 19 on July 23rd, and I didn't really have anything planned. Like, I didn't want to do anything, But I remember I'm gonna tell you guys what I did on my birthday. On the day of my birthday, I woke up, got ready. I think, what did I do? I think since everybody was asleep, or no, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so on the day of my birthday, I'm usually the first one to wake up in the house. I wake up around 8 a.m. So I beat everybody to waking up. So I basically was downstairs chilling. I made myself coffee, and then I went to the gym. And in my family, on birthdays, what we usually try to do is wake up before the birthday guy or birthday girl, and we'll basically go to their room and sing them happy birthday. But, nobody's waking up before me, so I was the first one to wake up. I did all that stuff. And then when I was in the gym, I remember, like, I seen my brother went upstairs and everything, and I saw, like, everybody was gathering up in the kitchen. So they told me to come upstairs to the kitchen, and then that's where they, like, basically had, like, a little cake, and then they basically sang me happy birthday. And I remember, like, I was already guessing like what they were doing, just because we do this every time. So, and I was in the gym, so I didn't even get to eat the cake. And at the same time, the cake was all squished down like into a book, because I guess they forgot to put it in the freezer. And by the time they put it in the freezer, it was already mostly melted. So if you were to see it, the cake was like this thin. Yeah. So after that, I think my brother was like, "Oh, get ready, I'm gonna take you somewhere." And then I was like, "Where?" He didn't want to tell me. So later in the day, like around 1 p.m., we left. And then when we were in the car, my brother was like, "Oh, we're going to take you to this like mini golf place." I think it was somewhere in DC. And it was cool because they had mini golf, but it was like Disney mini golf. So basically each course like was Disney theme related to like Incredibles, Toy Story, just like all that. Like there was a lot of different ones. It was really cool. I never even seen that before, but it was like a really like creative mini golf. And after that, I remember coming home, and like I was expecting to come home, and I knew we were gonna go out to dinner. So I was just gonna come home, maybe shower, because I got all sweaty. Like it was so hot outside that day, and I was just sweating my ass off, because I'm a sweat at mini golf. And I remember coming home and I saw like there was a balloon taped to my door. And then I walk in and it was like my room was covered in balloons, like pictures and stuff like that. And my girlfriend had decorated my room. So basically, it was like really nice. Uh, it was like pictures of us everywhere. It was all like these blue balloons. I had like a little basket, and inside the basket was like a ramo, that she had made. It was like Spider-Man theme. It had like blue and red flowers and a little like Spider-Man plushie on there. It was really nice. I enjoyed all of it, and yeah, it was a really cool thing. And the basket had like my favorite snacks and everything. So that was like a big surprise. I was kind of like, I kind of had an idea, but I wasn't sure, I didn't want to get ahead of myself. But it was really cool. And then afterwards we went to dinner, and then it was like me, my girlfriend, my family. So that was all fun. and then and then I think a week later, or no. That was all on Tuesday. That Saturday we had my family was throwing me a party. It was a Mexican themed party. And so all the decorations, if you were to look, all the decorations outside were Mexican theme. Like the little stuff they have like on the ceiling, the manteles on the table, everything, the snacks, even the food was tacos. So you basically went up and you got like all your options of tacos, like asada, pastor, costilla, tacos de birria. Like they had everything. I enjoyed it. They had horchata. It was a really nice party. I had all my family and friends come over, and like it was a good time. And a few days after that, which you guys might have picked up on, and you were like, "Oh, he never told us this." Yeah, I have a girlfriend now. I don't know how much I want to post that, on the internet, just because I know how the internet be. But yeah, I do have a girlfriend now. I asked her to be my girlfriend maybe on July 30th. So that's like a few days after the party. So that's what I'm saying. Like there's so much stuff back to back. So I asked her to be my girlfriend. So so basically, let me kind of like fill you guys in. I was basically talking to this girl. Her name's Andrea, and I was talking to her for like a few months. Taking things slow. And then when I started like be like, oh, I really want this like to be long term. So I was like, oh, I started planning in my head. I was like, how am I gonna ask her to be my girlfriend? I started doing all these things, thinking about all this, and my plan was to ask her on a picnic. So I bought all this stuff for a picnic and stuff. And of course, something bad had to happen. The day I was going to do it, like the date was planned and everything, it decided to rain, or at least it told me it was gonna rain. The night before, I remember it started pouring, and I was like, hey yo, like. Last time I checked the weather app, it wasn't supposed to rain today. So let me check and double check and make sure tomorrow it's not gonna rain. The day I was gonna ask her. So I check, and the weather app told me all the weather apps actually told me it was gonna rain the day. So I was kind of like in a situation like, oh, what do I do now? Like all this stuff is for a picnic. Like what do I do? And luckily, there's a part in my house. It's kind of on the side, and it's kind of sealed off for like flies won't get in. But it's kind of like a little balcony, but that's closed off. And like the sunlight gets in there really well. So I was like, oh, this could work. So we started like fixing it up, putting like all the stuff I got and the decorations, balloons and everything, candles. And I was basically setting it up as if it was like an indoor picnic. And then I went to go pick her up, and I brought her, and she didn't really know what was going to go on. She maybe had an idea, but she didn't expect that, specifically. So we just went out and we had like a little picnic, indoor picnic. It was like I got a whole bunch of stuff for we could do. I got us crumble cookie. I got us stuff to paint, us to have dinner and stuff like that. It was really nice. Of course, yeah, she said yes. I don't know if I didn't mention it, but yeah, she said yes. And yeah, so that was another big thing that's happened. A lot of things I choose kind of like to put on the internet and choose not to put on the internet just because I know how it gets. So I was like, that's something for the people who are watching the podcast. You guys get to get the exclusive. But yeah, I'm really happy with her. She's amazing. And yeah, that was just a really good day. Right now she's in, let me not say, but she's not in the country at the moment. She's on a trip. But yeah. That's why I kind of had to rush it, because I wanted to ask her before she went on her trip with her family, just because I didn't feel like waiting, to be honest. I'm an impatient person. I was like, I have to wait a few weeks till she gets back. Let me just do it before she leaves. And it was kind of like I had to like kind of find a date, that we were both free, before she left and after my birthday, but I found the perfect day. And yeah, that's just like it's a big thing, I haven't even talked about it, to be honest, like on my TikTok or anything. But to kind of backtrack on like the drop and everything and all the shirts, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's bought a shirt in general. It means a lot, and I love seeing you guys rock the shirts. And what I try to do for this drop was send out more of my stuff to creators, like to people that I actually like their content and I'm a fan of. So I sent out shirts to Danny Bands. He's a streamer. I sent out to Los Boys. They're all YouTubers / TikTokers. I love their content. I sent them out like a big package of all like the shirts for all the members. I sent out one to Chance, Christian. They're both TikTokers. But yeah, I just love seeing like creators rock my brand. It's a really cool thing to see, and then they also get to share with their audience as well. So that's pretty cool. And I say now is the best time. I say now is better than ever to do this, but I'm calling out Los Boys. Yeah, I sent you guys out my shirts, and thank you for rocking them in your video. My goal for the longest time has been to have one of you guys on the podcast. So this is like an invitation to any of the Los Boys member, Ray, Yero, Santi, Jose, Jaco. I want to have you guys on my podcast. I'm willing to travel all the way to Houston, Texas, because I know that's where you guys are based, and bring all my equipment and run a podcast with all of you, one of you, any of you. I'm a fan of all you guys' channel. I've been supporting for a while, and I feel like I've been kind of preparing already. I have like questions already written down for each of you guys, and I just want to go in depth. Basically, this is like a kind of like a call out. If any of you guys want to run the podcast, let me know. I'll book my flight, my hotel, everything. I just want to go out there and meet you guys. Run a podcast. That's one of the goals I've had for this year and this summer. So I want to make that come true. So let me know. You guys have my @ You guys have my @ You guys know my TikTok. I'd love to have you guys on. I think it will be amazing, especially because I haven't seen too much of y'all be on podcasts. So I want to be your guys' first. Hey yo, pause. But yeah, let me know. That was my call out to Los Boys. I'm gonna make that into a TikTok clip for you guys wondering. And another thing, for my birthday, I wanted to buy myself a birthday gift, because I feel like for some reason everybody tells me that they struggle to buy stuff for me for my birthday. Like that's something that they always tell me, and I'm always like, I don't see why, because I feel like I talk about the things I like. So just buy something like that. Like if they see me go to the gym a lot, just buy me gym equipment. I mean, not gym equipment, but gym clothes, and that's so easy, in my opinion. But I guess other people don't see it the same way. They say I'm picky, but for my birthday, I kind of had this for a while planned, but I wanted to buy myself a gift. And my gift is not like designer or shoes or everything. It was a camera. It's the camera you guys are watching me through right now. I bought a Sony camera. It was pretty expensive if you add the lens, because the lens it doesn't come with the camera, and you need a lens for your camera. In total, for the camera and the lens, it was about $3,200 altogether. And I like, to be honest, I don't regret it, because I feel like I just wanted to upgrade my camera for so long. Every time I look at the podcast video, I'd be like, it looks still like kind of like bad quality. Of course, it looks better than iPhone quality, but I wanted like to upgrade my camera for such a long time. And I was like, let me just like for my birthday, let me just give myself this, because it's still like I'm putting it to work as we're speaking. It's not like shoes that you wear out and stuff like that. It's something that I need, and I'm gonna use. So I bought myself this camera, and I just been like buying more equipment for it. Like these past couple of days, I bought like this little lens or like display that goes on top of the camera. Basically shows you what you're recording, because the camera usually comes with like a little screen, but there's like a big screen that goes on top, so you don't have to look at that tiny little screen. You have this big ass screen on top of the camera now. For my future videographer, they can just look at the big screen. They don't have to like worry about looking at this small little screen. and I bought like a cage for it so I can fit more stuff on the camera. So I also bought a mic, a light, all the stuff basically. I'm ready to run these vlogs that I've been planning to do for such a long time. And I'm actually recording the first vlog on Sunday, which is in about like 5 days, or 3 days. I'm excited for that. I just want to do more vlogs on YouTube because I like long form content. On TikTok, you kind of like you're limited to what you can talk about for like, because when you're on TikTok, you're not in the mood to watch a 5 minute long day in a life or something like that. You're in the mood to watch like funny content that's like 10, 15 seconds long. So I want to make the move to YouTube, and I've just been like getting all the stuff ready, and now it's time to grind it. I'm very excited for that. And I just feel like the camera was like the first big step. It's heavy as fuck, but it's worth it. It's just like the quality's so crisp, especially like when it's closer. Like I know it's kind of far right now, but when it's like closer, it's so crisp. The quality and just photos in general. If I want to take photos, the quality is amazing. And shout out Hoodie Vert or Edwin Santis, editor, or the Los Boys videographer. He put me onto the camera. He told me what camera to get and what lens to get. Shout out him. But yeah, and I also got these new lights. They're kind of like I can't really show y'all, but these I got two brand new lights that are pretty bright and they're pretty nice as well. It makes the room more lit. And I do in the future want to upgrade the room in general. I don't know how many people we're gonna be able to get in the actual in this room, because my plan is to interview more like influencers or celebrities, but I know they're not located in Maryland. Like, who the f located in Maryland? I think like I'm gonna have to be the one to travel, and I'm okay with that. So I bought stuff that I'll be able to travel with, like the camera. These lights are pretty easy to travel with. All my setup. So I've literally been buying stuff that in the future I would be able to travel with, So, but I do want to upgrade the room for the people I get to have here. Like people like maybe they're in DC, and I'll invite them here, to the room. But I have to update the room a little bit, Like there's really nothing in here that says After High School Podcast, Like literally behind me it's an Angel Club rug that I hung up just cause. But yeah, so we're definitely gonna fix up the room, add more stuff along the way. I'm just trying to like put out as much episodes as I can right now. So we're just grinding, grinding. Expect a lot of more podcasts weekly, I promise. But yeah, so that's some of the stuff that I've been buying, my purchases. But don't get it twisted. I did get presents, from other people, and one of the presents that my brother got me for my birthday was tickets to Raw. So today is Wednesday. We went on Monday to go see Monday Night Raw in Baltimore. It was a great show. Everybody's been saying it's like one of the best Raws they've seen in a while, or like the second best of this year, which I agree with. Like the card was stacked. Randy Orton came out. He's on SmackDown, but he just showed up on Raw. It was amazing. The crowd was really loud, and I thought it was just me because like I'm there. The crowd seems loud to me. But it's everybody online that was saying like the crowd on Monday Night Raw was active, and they were like, I was watching, I was like, damn, it's loud in here. And there was like a lot of good moments like in the show in general. Like that show was like really good, and they booked this so well. I had a great time. It was me. My brother bought tickets for me and him for Monday Night Raw, but my cousin Jason lives in Baltimore, so I just bought him a ticket. So we just took him because he was already there. He's like 20 minutes from there, so we all met up there. We're all there watching it. It was amazing. It was a great show. And they're coming back like around me in DC. They're coming to the what is it called? The Capital One Arena in DC on like August 24th or around there. I want to go. I'll probably go. It's Friday Night SmackDown, so we'll probably go there too, just cuz like like all the shows have been like really good so far. So we'll probably go again. And yeah, that was a great time. I have no complaints, and I've been really into WWE these past few months. They've been building some really good storylines. If you guys are not on the WWE train, you guys should get on it. It's been really entertaining. It's my version of a show. You guys watch your reality shows, Love Island or whatever. This is my Love Island. WWE is my Love Island. I enjoy watching that on a weekly basis, And then the pay-per-views, they're also really good. And I kind of lightly touched on it, but the vlogs. My plan for this camera was like, I'm not gonna just buy an expensive camera just to buy an expensive camera. I kind of want to put it to use. That's why I have it on the podcast. And in the future, hopefully, that's my plan. I'm gonna do weekly vlogs as well. So you guys will get out of me on YouTube. You guys will get the podcast and a weekly post on my personal YouTube page. It'll be like a vlog style. This week we're doing a vlog. On Sunday we're recording a vlog, and we're going to DC. We're just gonna be walking around, doing stuff. And I want to go try this burger. It's called 7th Street Burger. I know it's everybody's been saying it's really good. I want to go try it and rate it and just make like a funny vlog out of it. So I just want to start making daily vlogs, and I want to have more people on my vlogs and in my content. But it's just around here, there's not that many people who are interested in making content, and like a lot of time my friends are busy. So that's also another thing, But if I can, I would love to have my friends on my videos. I enjoy their company. So if one of my friends is watching this, hit me up. I'd love to have you guys on the vlog or on the podcast. And that's kind of where we're leading on to next. That's kind of what's leading on to the next thing, which is one of my friends. His name's Sean. You guys know him as my co-host. I don't know what to tell y'all. I've been trying to. I'll call him or I'll text him. I'll be like, "You trying to come on the podcast?" I'll be like, "Sean, you trying to run the podcast, or when are you free to run a podcast?" And he just won't answer. So I decided to run a solo pod because I don't feel like bugging him, because I'm the type of person, if I see somebody's not interested, I won't bug them at all. Like if my friends don't, like, let's say I invite all my friends to like a party or like a video I'm filming, and they don't answer, I'm not gonna bug them. I'll ask them, I'll call them maybe just to check. And if they don't feel like they're doing it, like it doesn't look like they want to do it, I just won't bug them again. Because I hate bugging people to do stuff, If you don't want to do it, say less, I won't ask you. And Sean, you haven't really, texted me back. So I decided to run a solo pod. I don't know if he's going to be on the pod next week, but hopefully, he was a good co-host. So I don't know what the future holds for this podcast. I don't know if I'm a new co-host. Sean's going to come back. I don't know. He's just like, not answering, and I'm not going to bug him anymore, If he feels like, if he sees this and he wants to come back, he can hit me up, but I'm not going to like, basically drag him to do this every week, because I feel like if he really wanted to, he'd be here, because I liked him as a co-host, I had no complaints. So it's really up to him. But yeah, that's like the best update I can give y'all on my co-host, because he's not answering. I FaceTimed him twice, no message back. I have his air pump. Come get your air pump at least, No, I just with you. Love you, Sean. Get back to me. I'm trying to solve this. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. But like, as for guests, next week I kind of want to have my brother on. I feel like that would be a really interesting podcast, and it would really test my journalism. No, I'm just playing. It would test like my question giving. I don't know what the word is. I forgot the word. It tests me as a host, as a podcaster, if you will. Because I want to see what kind of questions I could come up for him. I mean, so on live on the podcast, I'm gonna FaceTime him right now, and I'm gonna see if he's trying to run the podcast next week, if he wants to be a guest. So I'm gonna FaceTime him right now. Let's see what he says. All right, what's up? I'm running the podcast right now. Yeah. What's it called? I was like, I'm trying to find a guest for next week. So I was like, I'm recording it right now. So this is like live. You're getting screen recorded. Would you be a guest on next week's podcast?
I don't know. I'd have to let you know.
All right.
But yeah, I'll probably let you know. Probably by today.
All right.
What are you doing with?
I'm doing it by myself, bro, because Sean's not answering.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, I just want to see. All right. All right. Well, we got a maybe. Let's see what he says. I'll probably update you guys, and I'll have the editor put it in right here if he said yes or no to the being on the podcast. I think it would be a really good podcast. Very interesting. You're basically questioning your brother. So I think I can come up with some really good questions, in my opinion. So I can't wait for that. Hopefully that happens. If not, I think I have 2 other people in mind that I could have on the podcast as well that I was talking to. So anyways, just expect a new podcast every Tuesday from now on. I promise. I promise. So let's see if that happens. You guys got to keep me accountable. If you guys don't see a podcast next Tuesday, you guys have to flood my comment section with "Where's the podcast? Where's the podcast?" But I think that's basically all. My throat really hurts from talking. If you guys don't know, when you're talking for so long, the back of your throat gets really dry. And hey, yo, that sounded really bad. But basically, that's most of the things I had to cover. Tune in next week for a brand new episode. Hopefully, there's a guest. I want there to be a guest next week. I feel like interviewing somebody. That's what I like to do. When we had Preston on, that was one of my favorite episodes because I had questions prepared, and I just like seeing how other people think about certain stuff. I like to pick other people's brains. So, with that all being said, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I comment back to everybody. If you go back to any of my videos, I've replied to every single comment on all these podcasts so far. So drop something down below. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Make sure your notifications are on everything. I'm making sure I cover all the bases. But yeah, tune in next Tuesday for a brand new podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Oh yeah, how I want to end my podcast from now on is by leaving you guys with a verse, like a Bible verse, because I felt like that would be really cool of me to do. I saw one of Mr. Beast's friends do it. He does it on TikTok. He basically just does he'll give like a Bible verse for a day. That's just the whole TikTok. So I like that. So I kind of want to do the same. Today's verse is Matthew 19:26. It says, Jesus looked at them and said, with man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. And that's the last thing I have to say to you guys. Signing off.